Hello everyone, Baskinator here, and today I want to show you my new high grade rift build with the new Hell 2 set, which will come in the new patch 2.3. So the base build is based on the new firewall and the zombie charger zombies. The firewall is a really new skill. It was the wall of zombies and it's now the wall of death, and all the runes are new. So on your gear you got the Hell 2 set, all 6 items: the helm, the shoulders, the breast, the hands, the legs and the boots. So the new Hell 2 set bonus is that you when you attack enemies with all your skills, which are named here: Cloud, Firebird, Zombie Charger, Zombie Dogs, Gargantuan, Grasp of Death, Piranhas and Wall of Death, they are affected by necrosis and becoming slowed, taking 1500% weapon damage every second and taking 20% increased damage from all sources for 10 seconds. The new 4th set bonus is: after applying necrosis to an enemy, you take 50% reduced damage for 10 seconds, which is really strong. And then the new 6th set bonus is: after casting Wall of Death, gain 900% increased damage for 15 seconds to your primary skills: Acid Cloud, Firebird, Zombie Charter, Zombie Dogs, Gargantuan, Grasp of Death, Piranhas and Wall of Death. All the skills which are applying necrosis to an enemy. So with my build you use the full set, and then on your helm you really need a lot of toughness for this build so that you can survive in higher grade rifts by standing inside the mobs. So here you got intelligence, vitality and percent life and an amethyst in the helmet. So then on your shoulders you should get intelligence, vitality and the new area damage. Area damage is now really strong. It's changed in the new patch, and the reduced cooldown reduction is not the best you could get on this. You should really get Wall of Death damage on your shoulders. On your breast you need also Wall of Death damage, vitality, intelligence. On your hands you need increased crit chance, increased crit damage and vitality and intelligence. On your Hellfire amulet, crit chance, crit damage, intelligence, socket. On the new Jerem's braces you need fire skills damage, critical hit chance, vitality and intelligence, and those are really new braces and they're really strong. So they can you can cast Wall of Death in 2 seconds. After you cast it, you can cast it up to 3 times. So when I cast it in 2 seconds, I can recast it 2 times again, so that I can cast 3 Wall of Death. And the damage from Wall of Death is increased by 93%. So then you use the Belt of Transcendence for to summon fetishes when you use your Zombie Charger, so that you are surrounded by fetishes when you stand inside the mobs and they are tanking really much damage. You don't really see it, but it's really much. You can't really play it without the belt, cause they're taking so much damage up from you. Then the legs with full toughness, armor, vitality, intelligence. Then you use focus and restraint. You pocket with your corpse of spiders and your zombie chargers, and it's like a normal damage boost. Crit chance, crit damage on both and intelligence. And then normal boots, armor, vitality, intelligence, movement speed. I think instead of movement speed maybe all resistance could be good, but you can do it like you want. Then you use the Thing of the Deep. This is really important, this mojo. I think it's really the best mojo, better than the new cat mojo. So here we got vitality, critical hit chance, wall of death damage. Yeah, and I will explain later why it's so damn strong. You get the increased pickup radius, the 20 yards, and they are so damn strong. Then use the new Scrimshaw, which increase your zombie charger damage up to like 80% if you get max roll, and it reduces the mana cost from zombie chargers by 40 or 50%. And that's really strong. You really need it to permanent cast your zombie chargers, and you should really roll vitality on your Scrimshaw. It's really important to get so much vitality that you can survive in the high Great Rifts. Then your legendary gems use are the Exoteric Alteration for damage reduction, and you get more resistance when you are below half-life. Then use the Bane of Trap. The enemies are slowed because of your necrosis, and then you get 36% more damage, or less or more, like you leveled him up. Then you use the Molten Wild Beast Gizzard for the life regeneration, because you don't really get any skill or any item where you regain your life, so you really need life regeneration that you can survive in the mobs. So I got 90,000 life regeneration from the gem and from the Paragon points. So then I come to my skills. So as a primary skill, I use the Corpse of Spiders with the Blazing Fire Spiders rune, because they are giving you 3 mana back per hit, and you throw your jar and they're coming 3 spiders out, or 4 spiders out, and all of them are giving you 3 mana per hit, and it's nice to spam your BS. You really need this too, I think. Then I got my Spirit Walk, Jaunt for survival, for movement speed. You know it, everyone got Spirit Walk, every Witch Doctor build. Then use the Wall of Death, the new, the Firewall, because it's really the best damage rune for Wall of Death, and Wall of Death is one of your main damage dealers, like the zombie chargers. And you all, when you play, you all stack the full ground with all your firewalls, and it's a really nice dot. So that's really nice too. Then you use Soul Harvest. You use the Languish rune for increased armor, 30%, because you really got a lot of resistance and not so much armor, and this is a little armor boost. It's good for toughness, and it gives you 15% intelligence when you got 5 stacks, and the mobs are slowed by 80%. Then you use your zombie charger, the zombie beers. I really tried all runes. I think the old zombie beers we used in normal Diablo are the best. They do 520% damage. This is increased. Yeah, and it's your second damage dealer. Then you use the Piranhas, Piranha for 15% increased damage, and for crowd control effect, so that you can survive better. Then, as your passives, on my Hellfire Amulet I got Grassham Feast. It's good to regain a little bit mana from your health globes, to get more damage, and to get life and everything. Yeah. Then you use the Spirit Vessel, so that you got, can die one time and survive. It's normal on Witch Doctors. Then you can get the, then you should use the new Swampland Attitudement passive, which gives you 120% physical, poison, fire and cold resistance for all enemies within 20 yards. And this is why the Thing of Deeps is so strong, because it increases the radius on this skill, so that you get 120% of all those resistance within 40 yards for all enemies. And the thing on this is you don't get arcane or lightning resistance, so all arcane and lightning enemies and affixes on elites like Arcane Beam or like Exorcist. They are really strong and you really should, yeah, dodge them and, yeah, should not be hit by them because it really does a lot of damage on you, and this is your main damage reduction skill. This is the only skill who makes that you survive like a 69 Rift. Then you use the new Confidential Ritual passive, which gives you 25% additional damage to all enemies within 20 yards. And you're standing really in the middle of the mobs when you cast your zombie beers, so this is like a little damage push and it's really nice. Then you use Grave Injustice. This is also increased by pickup radius, and it gives you mana back and cooldown reduction so that you can spam more firewalls, so you can get more damage, and you could more often spam your Soul Harvest for the increased armor, and your Piranha and your Spirit Walk. So it's good for survival, good for mana gain. Yeah. So that's my gear. And then in the new Khanai's Cube, I use the passive the Furnace for more elite damage, because the boss damage is not really good on this build. It's you don't really get so much single target damage. You're more like you're boosting the area damage. When there's so much mobs, you kill them so fast, and it's really nice the progress in the Rift. But then the boss, you really got a problem, and so I use the Furnace. Then I use the Convention of Elements ring for more damage, because you benefit from the Convention of Elements when it's on fire and when it's on poison. So because you benefit from for the Wall of Death when it's on fire, and for your other zombie beers when it's on poison. So you can benefit from two elements, and it's really nice and really strong. So you're like you only got 8 seconds where you don't get a damage boost. Then you use the Grin Reaper. Grin Reaper is also one of the strongest things in this build, because your Grin Reapers, they are spamming the firewalls, and they're getting the increased damage from your health reset, and this deals so much damage. And they're spamming your zombie chargers and your Piranha. So it's so much damage they deal, and you get two of them, you can see, and it's a so damn damage boost. It's really nice. So this was the skills and the gear, and now I can show you a Great Rift. Let's do a 65. I can show you my record also on the PTR right now. I got a 69 with this build. I can show you here. And I think we could really push high with this build. So now I can show you some gameplay with this build. Really important thing you need to do with this build is always to pull a huge amount of mobs so that you gain a lot of toughness. Like you can see here, I got over 200 million toughness. And then the only thing you need to do is stand inside the mobs to get all the toughness. Always throw some spiders outside so that you can pull more if there are standing some mobs. Then spam your firewall always when it's ready. Click it 3 times, and then the only thing you need to do is always throw your spiders. And I don't really like to only hold my zombie charges button. I press them all the time, so that I throw my spiders and charge my zombie charges at the same time. So in the same animation, so it don't cost time to throw spiders or cast the beers. You can really do both at the same time. Then always pull with the Piranha when it's ready to get the increased damage and some crowd control, and that you can have a better pack of mobs to kill them with your zombie chargers and your firewall. And remember to activate every time Soul Harvest to get your 30% armor and your 15% intelligence. Spirit Walk every time you will get damage from everything or could not dodge something, use your Spirit Walk like you normally should do with your Witch Doctor. That's the most important things. Only one tip I could get you is when you stand inside a really huge amount of mobs where you can't really move, or like where you are in perfect positioning and don't need to move. Sometimes move or activate your Spirit Walk and move 1 meter, only to pick up all the health slopes which are in the pack of mobs to get your Grassham Feast stack up and to get a little bit healing. So always move only 1 meter, 1 click. So that you don't lose your stack. So when you see your stack goes off, move a little bit. That is not such a good rift. I walked the wrong way. And then always use your spiders to pull the mobs. And then the Tornado to pull it even more. And to get the crowd control, then spam your blitz. The PTR is right now a little bit laggy, but on live so this is way better. I think this is only on PTR, and John Yang also said they work on this, so I think they can do it. And also remember every time that you don't get here. I got 200 million toughness, but I got 4,000 all resistance, but not against lightning and arcane. Remember, so also to dodge all arcane or lightning effects, like Exorcist, like you can see this thunderstorm there, or arcane beams. Or all those effects. They're really hitting you so bad. And ice is also really bad. I really wanted to show you a rift with no lags, but impossible. It's a little bit like spamming all your buttons, but it's also really fun, and it's not only spamming all your buttons. It only looks like I spam all my buttons really random, but I activate them a little bit controlled. And then you see I got a little bit progress, but there's also really bad mobs. But it's enough to show you the gameplay of the build. I will also add the video of my Drift 69 cleared. Then you can see a really good rift for this build. The only hard point really with this build is the single target damage of the boss. Or when you got like here only no progress mobs. Also go everywhere and pull everything and then decide kill everything. I'm a bit laggy. So the good thing on all those little mobs, we're giving no progress here. Like the little fallen ones, they give you toughness. They give no progress, but a lot of toughness. And a lot of cooldown reduction you get from them when you kill them with your Raven Justice passive. So it's nice to have so much little squishy mobs, but then you really need some mobs to give you a lot of progress in the rift. So now we got only the big guy here, and you see my toughness is under 200 million, and I don't deal that much single target damage. But it's also good, enough single target damage for an elite pack. Also remember, every mob and boss, it's more important for the bosses, you got really high hitting boss, like the Unbirds. They're really fat, and so like 2 or 3 beers can hit them. Like you see, your beers are like there are 3 beers in one line, one in one line. You cast, so it's better when you got a fatter mobs, more beers can hit him. It's also like the boss when you got the binder, like 3 beers at the same time can hit the binder, and when you got Salt and Coal, only 1 beer can hit him, so you really deal more damage on a fatter boss with a higher hitting burst. And Gome is also really nice. You hit him with so much beers. So like here, the Unbuilds are like perfect for this build. You got such a high hitting box. And I get Power Pylon, and all those Unbuilds are like perfect. And with the Power Pylon you can see like how fast now this will go on. And remember also, this is a Drift 65. It's like really high. And I think you could really push like 70s with this build when you don't got any lags and a little bit better gear. Like my gear is not perfect on the PTR. It's good, but it's not perfect. And when you play this build a little bit more and fish for more rifts, fish for better pylon positioning and the perfect rift, you can make really much of this build. It's bad that they couldn't try it in group gameplay on the PTR right now, because there the lags are too bad. I don't know why the PTR, also for all classes, the lags are really bad on the PTR in groups. so no one can really test something in group. We just say it is all in on the live server. Yeah, so this is not so good, but I think this build could really be really good in groups, because when you got a monk or a bard, they can push your toughness even more, like give you a little armor boost and damage boost, and they can pull the mobs more, so that you don't need the Piranha that much, and so you get so much toughness when the mobs are pulled that much, like a Morden can, and then your area damage can proc even better, and your builds can hit more mobs. So in a group this could really be so damn strong, I think. Like Witch Doctor could be the main damage dealer in the next patch on the progress in the Rift. Then for a boss you need like Carnival Witch Doctor. Carnival is also really strong on the boss, or a Gargantuan Witch Doctor, or Demon Hunter, Wizard, something like this. Because you see my boss damage is not that great.
Not ready. Need more mana.
And this is not a really fat mob, so you don't got a really high hitting box. So like see, not all my beers are hitting him, and that's a really huge damage lose. You really need like Binder or Gome is really difficult because his poison clouds are dealing so much damage. It's really hard to survive at him. But there are also some other bosses with high hitting box, like the Death Maiden. And always try to get a better positioning for the boss. Not like something like this I got here is bad, because the beers can't really hit the boss. It's a bad corner where he stands. Bosses like Saxtris or other bosses who spawn mimics like him are awesome, but really good. So because you get some cooldown reduction from his little allies, and a little bit toughness, and you can get up your soul harvest stack easier. Don't know if I can heal this rift in time. I hope. Yeah. Not a good rift. The second area was really good, but the first was really bad with all those little mobs who not giving any progress, but I cleared it in time. So now we see the new Zombie Charger Helltooth Firewall build. It's really fun to play. It's like my favorite build. It feels like in Diablo Vanilla, and yeah. Hope you enjoyed it, and see you in the next patch 2.3. Bye.